Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So this is actually a pretty exciting patch, as we're getting a handful of notes, buffs, and nerfs, and we're also getting some new cards this time around. So going through the list is going to be my first impression along with my initial reactions and best guesses on how it's going to affect the meta and what decks are going to be altered. So let's just hop right into it. I'm super excited to see the changes, see how the meta is going to be spiced up, but first we have to get Detective Tempo on the case. So here we are, patch 4.5. Welcome to the second variety patch of 2023. For this variety patch, we are introducing some fun new tools to each region, as well as continuing the narrative from Glory and Navori, and maybe setting the stage for the next expansion. So exciting stuff already. Gameplay system updates. Welcome to the first month of Eternal Ranked. So Ranked 4 Eternal is opening. For many of you, it's been a few months since you put down your rotated cards. Now it's time for you to pull them out from their safe spots in your collection and put them back on the board for not only a ranked season, but 2 Runeterra opens. Hey yo, Eternal is getting a lot of love right here. As part of our first Eternal Focus balance patch, we want to set the bar for what power level we expect the format to be, so you'll see reverts to some old favorites that had left their time in the spotlight. These changes are just the first steps into making Eternal the format we have in mind, a place for cards to be as powerful as they can, and for deck builders to have the world at their fingertips. Okay, so from this, we gather that it's going to be more focused on the Eternal cards getting buffed and nerfed. Okay, the Eternal format still has a lot of room to be controlled by all of you, so if there is something you want to see more of, something you love and want to see more of, then let us know by playing it and talking about it on social media. If you feel like the format is missing something that would really make it feel special to you, then please talk about that. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so first up we have loaded dice. For the rest of the round, when you damage the enemy nexus, nab 1, to now, next round when you damage the enemy nexus, nab 1. So instead of spending the mana on that round, and then also having to spend more mana to deal damage, you basically prepare it for next round. So that's pretty nice. A little bit easier, a little bit more consistent to get off some nabbing. Cosmic Inspiration, a Celestial card. If you behold a Celestial card, grant allies everywhere 2/2, to now just grant allies everywhere 2/2. You do not have to see a Celestial card, right? You can just, if you get this from Aurelian Soul, then you can just cast it outright the next turn, which is pretty cool in case something happens to him. You don't need to see the Celestial card anymore, or if you want to play a Celestial card like a cheap spell, and then you can Cosmic Inspiration after because it looks good, then nice, you can do that. You don't have to have the Celestial anymore, so really consistent. Cosmic Rays, if you behold a Celestial, obliterate, to now just obliterate. Same with Supernova, obliterate 2 of choice. So yeah, we just don't need to behold Celestials anymore, which are fine, honestly. I think that's a good change to make them more powerful and more consistent. Crimson Aristocrat, old. Play, deal 1 to an ally, grant it 2/0. Play, deal 1 to an ally, grant it 1/0. And Overwhelm, that does change things a bit. The Overwhelm is definitely worth the stat point. Like, that's actually just like insane. Granting a keyword on such a cheap unit, and it's a permanent Overwhelm. It does not say till end of round, so this is a permanent Overwhelm buff. That is super nice. Picks, no keywords to now Barrier, so like Lulu Shen just got a little bit of a bump in Eternal. Okay, Twin Disciplines got reverted to 3/3. Nice. Not only is that good for Twin Disciplines, but it's also good for flavor. Now what this is not good for is even more power in Azir Aurelia, which is going to be a very dominant Eternal deck. So really scary. Now it has full power Twin Disciplines to make Aurelia trade up over more things. You know, the +1 attack goes a long way. Can match enemy form ups, can match enemy Momentous, can match enemy Troll Chance, stuff like that. So yeah, Twin's insane now. Twin is insane. Eminent Benefactor, 4 mana 3/3 to now 4 mana 4/3. Last Breath, create in hand a random epic to now play Manifest an epic. So a little bit more control, makes it more consistent too. Very good. Super good for like Seraphine style stuff. Captive Yeti, 6 cost 5/5 Overwhelm, reputation I cost 3 less, to now 5 cost 5/5 reputation I cost 4 less. Really strong Yeti stuff. Could probably be played in like Ash LeBlanc or just probably like normal Yetis, you know. LeBlanc Yetis is a classic strategy. Now Captive Yeti is a lot better in it. Sanctum Conservator, if you've slain 13 units this game, kill all enemy followers, then summon a copy, to now kill a follower. If you've slain 13, kill all enemy followers, then summon a copy of me instead. Sheesh. Much better ender. Much more powerful effect. Very good turn 8. Draven, reverted to 3-3. That's what we wanted. It's Draven, baby. Could probably play some, like, Draven Ez. Could probably play some Draven Scion. You know, could probably play some Jinx Draven discard aggro in Eternal. Sheesh. Draven's actually real. So yeah, that's going to be really nice. Shake up the Eternal ranked mode before it even comes out. Really nice. Withering Whale. Wow. 5 cost to 4 cost. Withering got a big buff. This is also a card that's only in Eternal, but sheesh, that is massive. 4 mana, deal 1 to all enemies, heal your Nexus 3. This is going to be a premium Shadow Wall's control tool now. Timelines reverted to 1 cost because it's no longer in Standard, makes sense. Poppy, from a 2-3 to a 3-3, makes sense. These are really good reverts. These are all basically things that, you know, have been existent before, except for the 4 mana Withering, like Draven, rebuff, concurrent timelines, rebuff, Poppy, or rebuff. She's not a 4-3, which is a little sad because that'd be kind of insane, but 3-3 Poppy is still very strong too. Midden Stroke Henchman, 5-4 to now 5-5. Some exact copy of me. Irrelevant. Wise Fry, 3-8 vulnerable to now just a 4-8 with Overwhelm. And deal 1 to all the allies, grant me 1-0. Probably irrelevant. Grand Plaza revert. Yo. When an ally summon, give it +1/+1 challenger this round. Broken. Broken card. Grand Plaza Scouts. Grand Plaza Leona Aesol. Scary, scary cards. Scary decks that have existed in the past. Grand Plaza in this day and age, with all the cards that are in Eternal, it's going to be a meta contender. Grand Plaza decks are going to be real. Captain Arika, 8 mana 6-6 to 6 mana 4-4. Ooh. -2 cost, -2/2, still does the capture with the spell shield. Actually, it comes online at a pretty good time when the opponent is developing something that's essential to their strategy. Arika is actually kind of good here. This is interesting. I think that's cool. On guard, 3 mana to 2 mana, pretty irrelevant. Out of the way, 5 cost to 4 cost, pretty irrelevant. Fun card though. Iceborne Legacy, this is real. Iceborne Poros, Iceborne Spiders, very good decks that have existed, can exist again. Do you hear it? The sound of fluff? It's a Poro Stampede or Stampede of your favorite unit. I'm not here to judge. True. Escaped Abomination revert. So Thresh Nasus. Also Callista strategies. Anything that wants to use Cursed Keeper. Very nice. Blessing of Targon, 5-4. Oh wait, this is actually in Standard, isn't it? Because Blessing of Targon is also one of our Targonian Telstone cards. Targon has struggled as a buff region at times, so we want to make sure they had a great one that fits Eternal power level. Isn't Blessing in Telstones? Kinku Lifeblade is a 4-2 to now 4-2-3. Okay. I don't think elusives, like, you know, Kinku elusives or anything like that are going to come back, but there we go. Yo, card nerfs. Alright, now this is super relevant. We have Samira being nerfed. When I'm summoned or strike, create a 0-cost flare in hand when you place it. Okay, so it's level 2 primarily being hit here. When I'm summoned or strike, create a 0-cost flare in hand when you play 6 cards rally. Resets when you start a round with the attack token. So they basically copied level 1 form and gave her the reset again. She was too powerful and too consistent, activating rallies at way too good of times. Way too good on the timing, so don't have to worry about that anymore. It now resets, so if Samira runs out of fuel, or basically, like, what this does is it makes Samira rally at more clunky times, right? If they want to rally, then they have to commit the cards to her before she resets, and that might not be the best position for them because they want to set up the next turn and then attack twice. So yeah, this makes it a little bit worse. Yeah, there's also a flare nerf, because I don't think this would be enough to kill Samira, so let's see what else they're doing. What you doing to flare? Deal 1 to the enemy Nexus or give an allied Challenger to now. Deal 1 to the enemy Nexus or give an allied Samira Challenger this round. Interesting. So yeah, being able to put Challenger on other quick attack units, namely like Daybreak stuff, when Samira was played with Leona, and also more recently Samira Jinx. Giving flare to something like the Jinx herself or any of the valuable units in that deck that are kind of like fodder, especially the Grenadier guy that's an ephemeral, then, you know, it gets like kind of insane to give those Challenger really, really, really good value because the flare doesn't disappear. You get to cast it whenever you feel like it. So now it has to target Samira. Okay, so Samira Fizz and stuff like that is pretty much untouched. Like, Samira Monkeys are still going to be very good. But this does hurt Samira's, like, access in other decks. It hurts other Samira strategies. So I think that's kind of cool. Just rein her back in and then keep her where she's supposed to be, because she is kind of making a lot of other strategies a problem, making them a lot stronger than they should be, and they've also suffered nerfs because of it, like Leona Sunburn stuff. So this kind of makes a lot of sense, and it's a good direction to go. Tristana, you've summoned 4 multi-region allies, so now you summon 5. Also Bandle Gunners. Spell Shield? No Spell Shield. So Tristana Burn is effectively dead. I cannot imagine that Tristana Burn actually survives this patch as an aggressive strategy. Now it's just way too, oof. Oof is putting it lightly. It's way too fragile. With, like, Bandle Gunner's no Spell Shield means a lot of the win con just kind of goes out the window, because now they can be stunned, right? And stuns are very easy to have with Karma set and stuff like that. Not having Bandle Gunners concussive was actually a really big benefit. Now we're going to lose a lot of impact value, and especially if that Bandle Gunners has Overwhelm or Scout Weapon attached, which is kind of like the big setup, now it's a lot easier to just out it and then come up with a response and win con the following turn against the Trist deck. So yeah, this makes Trist deck go from like high tier 1 to probably mid tier 2. Like, I can't imagine this even being good. Probably decent at best. Powder Pandemonium, old. Grants vulnerable for each plunder, no longer grants vulnerable at all. Okay, so now it's just Decimate. Now Powder Pandemonium is just direct damage. 1 for each monkey summoned. Whatever. Kind of annoying. But yeah, this is also a good hit for Samira monkeys. So they hit Samira and then they also hit monkeys. So I like this. It's going to keep them down. Hard adjustments. Reputation cards. Reputation cards will now reduce their cost by a certain amount rather than setting costs to an exact amount. Reputation hasn't functioned in a satisfying way due to not working with the many cost reducing effects our game has, but it does now. Reputation alone in life isn't enough to get things for free, but now you can add whatever else you need to make it happen. So 3 costs reputation at cost 1, pick a spell. Now 5 costs reputation. I cost 3 less, so it goes down to 2. When you play your next spell this round, copy it with the same targets. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better Mimic. The previous Mimic design was stopping us from allowing reputation to cost reduce, as it could easily go infinite. The new design is hopefully more satisfying to play and without the same problems. Yeah, this is way better. It's way more consistent. Okay, I like that a lot. Momentous, give an ally 1/0 if you've equipped, play a copy, to now I cost 1 less if you've equipped an ally this game. Give an ally 2/0 or 0/2. So it's the same stats. It goes down to 1 mana if you've equipped an ally, but it doesn't count as a double cast. It's just give an ally 2/0 or 0/2, right? I'm assuming. If you've equipped an ally, play a copy of me. So yeah, this doesn't count for like 2 Varus. This does not count for 2 Samiras, right? Level up points. Or like anything like that. It's just a 1 and done. And I like that. A bit too much as 2 spell casts for 1 mana, and the 2 mana version isn't quite as momentous for both Kayn and Varus. So this is rebuffing Kayn a little bit, which is super nice, because I really like Kayn Aatrox Cultist, and this is putting it back in, basically. This new shape should have the most of the power of the old and should be easy choice for your equipment strategies. Okay, very nice. Good momentous change. Competitive. This is the first Eternal Rank season. Due to some difficulties with the first Runeterra Open, we have a bonus Runeterra Open this month to bring to everybody. It's 2 weekends back to back, so we hope you're ready. Nice. Runeterra Opens, as we mentioned above, we have 2 Runeterra Opens happening this month. Make sure to prepare for June 10th, 11th, and June 17th, 18th. They'll both be Eternal format, and will provide the same cash prizes and RP as a normal Runeterra Open, as well as more invites to the mystery event. Ooh, ominous. Then we have a gauntlet schedule. We see Daily Rumble, Ruthless Rumble, Daily, Runeterra Open, Daily, Runeterra Open, Daily, Daily. We see Free Build, Eternal, 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 Eternal. So yep, gonna be very Eternal focused gauntlet this time around. New Daily Rumble formats, Eternal BO3, cool stuff. Unlimited Gauntlet month, yep. Allowing you to complete multiple times a day, very cool. In order to make this change, we've adjusted Gauntlet rewards just a tad so that 0 win runs will not give any trophies. Get out there and get your badges. Then we see the Pride bundle. Very nice. I already have the TF and I already have these 3. I want that Nami one then. Okay. Convergence. Ooh, Convergence is cool. Rewind the past, control the future. Yeah, a little bit of a cross promo with the Echo game. Here's the free Dex Bundle. This is big news. As mentioned in the previous patch notes, we're introducing 7 free standard decks. Make sure to get there ASAP and have your friends come collect them. They will be available in the store until June 29th at 1 AM. Afterwards, these decks will replace the starter decks obtained during the game's tutorial section. Okay, so we can get them early essentially, but after June 29th, they're just given to everyone guaranteed. Okay, that makes sense. Next series of rotation, the tutorial decks should be replaced at the same time as rotation. TLDR, we won't be offering a ton of free decks next rotation, so make sure to grab them while you can. Okay. Next series of rotation. So they're also telling us there are going to be more rotations at some point. That is interesting news as well. Bug fixes, default Zoe level up, gauntlet matches weren't counted, fix a minor visual bug, Nasus Boon of the Ascended. I was hoping to hear no Nasus beetles anymore. Powder kegs, augmented clockling with draw a card, reduces cost when summoned. Mana appeared unspent when quickly playing a card. Yeah, this happened a lot. Yeah, coin mana bug is fixed. That's good. Brash, the Ibados or Gorolith, the unskillable, allowed them to be blocked by any 3 health unit. Oh, that's goofy. Reduce the cast limit. Fix some minor templating bugs. Very nice. Okay, good rundown. Yeah, so quick recap, this definitely is way more focused on the Eternal format. However, there were some nice hits to like very popular standard strategies as well, like Samira, and I think a lot of people are going to be satisfied with that. A lot of other powerful decks like Nasus Vaults and like Karma Set and stuff like that are under the radar. They're not being hit. They just want to pull down the power of like the super popular like top 2 or top 3 decks and make sure that everything's in line, and put a real focus on Eternal, since that is going to be like the popular ranked queue of choice in the next few days. So honestly, it makes sense. I think they are pretty good changes, and I'm very excited to see the new cards that are also coming into the variety patch. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, gameplay highlights, and meta reports in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!